Okay. Welcome back to the Larry Coyote Show. It is episode number 12, I think. Um, there seems to be a slight delay, so bear with me. Episode number 12, I think. Um, there seems to be a slight delay, so bear with me. I'm going to mess with a couple of things here. Hmm. All right, I got the homie troll. Shout out to Johnny Drama. Okay, I'm actually going to make this a quick video. So, I'm really just trying to keep my momentum going. Second video for the week. Making a real concerted effort to keep them brief. So, this is my second attempt. I did well the first time, I think Monday. Johnny, can you hear me well? I just want to make sure. Let me know something. I did one on Monday, kept it under 10 minutes. It was a sweet 8-minute video, no issues, flew past it. And I'm trying to do the same. So that's what I'm going to try to attempt today. So the first thing I want to touch on is I am motivated to complete this early only because I'm rocking this bubble jacket. Thank you, Johnny, for the confirmation. I'm rocking the bubble jacket and it's hot as fuck in here. So actually, let me see if I can. It was either that or a dingy shirt, dingy white shirt, or a work polo. I'm not trying to blow up the spot like that, so I figured I would just stick to my bubble jacket, but it's temperature rising as I speak. So, Johnny, actually, you have some expertise, and today's topic is: Are you a Raider fan or a Cowboy fan because of your gangster Sureño uncle, or maybe an older brother? Maybe your dad is an OG and he slapped the fucking jersey on you when you were young. It was out of your control, and now you're uh, riding the this wagon that's been on a downward slope for going on well over a decade. Um, what happened? Do you really love this team? Are you just guilty by family association? Are you a victim of the circumstance? And I think it's an important question to ask because I have a lot of friends who are Cowboy and Raider fans, but I feel like they were born Cowboy and Raider fans. And in that, I mean, they never really had a chance to actually pick what they wanted to be. It was imposed upon them, sort of like if your dad has a favorite sport and he assumes or makes you play a sport even though you don't like it, but he's kind of compensating because of whatever his shortcomings were as a child. Um, in that instance, you might say, well, I don't want to do it, but you're made to do it. So, um, I think a lot of Raider fans kind of fall under that category. And I want to get some input from people on the comment section when you go back and view the replay of this. Did you just wake up one day and actually say, hey, I'm going to go for that team? My brother, who's not a Cholo, got me on board. Can't jump off now like some other Leva motherfuckers. Unloyal pieces of shit. Nothing worse than a guy with 2 or 3 teams. Damn, Johnny. Why don't you just go ahead and name names at this point? I'd love to hear something. Actually, don't you have a coworker who's a big Raider fan as well? Like that's that. And I don't know. So with the Raiders, I can kind of conceivably see some reasons why people would go for them. They were an LA team when I was growing up. I wasn't really into football like that, but it was the Raiders, the Rams. They both left. I sort of grew up like a NFL orphan without a team. And, I'm not opposed to going and hanging out with a couple buddies and saying, hey, I'm going to go for that team or that team while we're hanging out. But at the end of the day, I always knew that I wanted to go for the first team to come to LA. And for a long time, I thought I would be a Raider fan as well. Not that somebody was imposing it on me, but because they were going to move to LA and I was just going to ride or die with the Raiders, jersey and everything. I would say I wasn't looking forward to it too much because I think most of the fights I've seen at bars, restaurants, do involve a Raider fan. So I was like, well, fuck, I'm riding with the team. Luckily, they pulled the switcheroo at the last minute, decided to move to Vegas. And so then I said, okay, well, it's probably going to be a Charger. But no, the Rams actually made it first. So shout out to Stan Kroenke, who's the billionaire owner of the Rams, married to one of the daughters of Sam Walton, who founded Walmart. So she's a Walmart heiress, and he has his own billions. So between the two of them, they make a very unstoppable owners for the team. And I think that's helped us, at least last year, get to the NFL. So anyway, I'm a Ram fan. I think I'm on my second year now, maybe third. Nothing against it, but I guess what I'm getting as the reasons for me being a Ram fan were always going to be associated with my geographical location. I don't understand why some people might go for New England or Wisconsin when they have no ability to eat. They can't even afford a plane ticket. So what the fuck is the point? And if you want to see your team, you got to shell out like $1,000 to see them in person. Whereas I can jump in a car, go up to 405 for an hour, and get myself a ticket for less than $100 and be back in my bed that same night. So to me, it's all about reasonable convenience and married with geography. So I guess that's what it means. Now, Cowboy fans, I do believe, and people will tell me if I'm wrong, I do believe that the reason the Cowboys have so many fans in Southern California is because of Sur 13. Sur 13 has blue, Orange County has the star, and a lot of people jumped on the wagon when, they're in their heyday when they had Troy Aikman, what's the running back's name? Emmett Smith, those kind of people. So I think that, and when, the block was hot back in the 90s, there was a lot of gang activity. People would literally wear Cowboys, not necessarily because they were Cowboy fans, but because it had the blue star. Oh, I don't know, Johnny. Steelers too? Maybe. I mean, honestly, the only person I know is Rudy, and his immediate circle is gang related. So there might be some truth to that. But there's the actual insignia doesn't really square with the Sur 13 Sureño lifestyle. So I think that a lot of people, maybe being bright-eyed little kids looking up to the OGs, and they used to see people with the fancy fucking football jackets. Yeah, cholos. They would end up trying to emulate what they saw. So if you see an OG and they're rocking the big-ass cowboy blue star, and that's all you have, and you live in the hood, then you probably want to start rocking cowboy gear. There was a lot of things that it just didn't jive well in the hood back in the barrio. In the hood, it didn't really make sense to wear anything outside of anything except Cowboys, or if you had a legitimate team and there was a real reason, yeah. But I feel like a lot of these people had a gangster uncle, older brother, or father who was an OG who pretty much slapped the jersey on them as soon as they came out the womb, or they grew up seeing gang activity and gang life, and those gangsters were thereby rocking their blue star, representing Sureños, but it was co-opted, and now all of a sudden you've been bundled into this cowboy team. So I don't know. It might be. I guess my point here is if that is you, and that's the reason you joined the Cowboys or the Raiders. One, neither team is neither team has been a winner for a long time. Let's be honest. And if you were sort of I don't want to use the word bamboozled, but if you were married into it as a child, it might be time to start reconsidering and then seeing, hey, you know what really makes sense. I think Chargers, Rams. If you have real love for your team at this point, uh, it's too late to change course. My homie Johnny's a good example of that. He is a legitimate Raider fan, but I think a lot of you guys out there who got like, um, or at least ride with the Raiders or Cowboys, you didn't make that decision on your own. You woke up one day and some OG fucking turned you into a Cowboy fan. And at this point, gangs to me are extinct. They pretty much were replaced by gaming. And anyone who is in a gang now is legitimately fucking around for other reasons. But back in the days, you actually had, you could be a good kid, a nice kid, and actually just get thrown into a gang because your cousins or your brothers, and all of a sudden you got no choice. Now, the people that actually get in gangs are people that would have gotten in trouble otherwise. So, anyway, I wanted to make it brief. I'll keep it low. It's going on 12 minutes, so I'm going to stop it now. Let me make one more announcement. Jojo Diaz versus Tevin Farmer. I've been talking about this for a couple months. It looks like it's all but a done deal for, I want to say January or February. It's going to happen during Super Bowl weekend, assuming the negotiations don't fall apart at the 11th hour. That's a very exciting fight. I've talked about it. It's one of my dream matchups. These two guys get busy. They're fast punchers, a lot of skill level through the roof. So be on the lookout for that. It's actually important boxing news for anyone who cares. And I will leave it at that, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Larry Coyote Podcast, Larry Coyote out. Oh, shout out to Johnny. Thanks for riding with me.